The 19th Sunday, August 9th, 2026. The world in which we are living is in dire need of God. Where do we look? The introduction of artificial intelligence is the solution for some. The power found in money is the idol for others. The search continues. Where do you expect to find the Lord? In the book of Kings, the prophet Elijah was told the Lord would be passing by. He went to the entrance of the cave and looked, but came up empty with the wind, fire, and earthquake. Where was he then found? In a tiny whispering sound. There are many lessons to learn from this event in the Bible. It is a lesson referred to by Pope Leo, as we have to learn to listen, to discern, to discover the powerful and awesome presence of God, the tiny whispering sound. How rarely do we take a minute to listen? I believe God speaks even in silence. May we begin by saying where we do not expect to find him. Following the death of John the Baptist, Jesus went to pray in solitude. He fed the multitude and dismissed the apostles and the crowd. They too embarked in the boat. We are told the climate changed. Winds and waves stirred up, and the former fishermen and apostles became terrified. Remember now, the craft was powered only by wind and oars, yet some were accustomed to the sea. To add to their fear, there appeared to them someone walking on the water. They thought it a ghost. One exclaims, "It is the Lord." Peter boldly states, "If it is you, tell me to walk with you." One word, "Come." He began, but became distracted by the waves and wind. He takes his eyes off Jesus and begins to sink. He cries out, "Save me." The extended hand supports and sustains him. Once again, Peter is put in his place. O you of little faith. How often we as a believing people forget and take our eyes off the Lord, but he never removes us from his sight. Peter and Jesus together enter the boat, and the presence of Jesus reintroduces the great calm. Again, what powerful lessons we take from this water event. We cannot live without water. It gives life, yet it has power to take life. 2 weeks ago, 2 blocks from my former parish, 2 children drowned in the river, a result of the thunderous storms which have affected us all. We commend them and their families and pray for their friends. Every week, it seems, the news shows raging rivers sweeping away homes, vehicles, and whatever lies in their path. In our own moments of crises, of fear and trouble, how often we look for the Lord. In the course of our daily lives, we ask, how ready are we to pray like Peter, "Lord, save me." The Lord's abiding presence is real. How close he is, especially when we call upon him and invite him into our lives and hearts. The readings from the book of Kings told Elijah to go out, as the Lord would be passing by. He revealed himself in that silent, whispering sound. The Lord reached out too to Peter when he cried, "Save me." We will leave this place and reflection, bringing the Lord with us. How many others are looking for Christ, but will find him only through our presence and response? We can be the source to reintroduce calm for those in fear, and be the source of comfort and hope for someone in crises. I recall a story of soldiers in Europe in the Second World War spending time restoring a bombed-out church. They patched a statue of the Lord, but were unable to complete their task as the hands were totally destroyed. Instead, they placed a sign at the foot of the statue reading, "I have no hands but yours." We bear His presence as we reach out our hand to the poor, the hungry, the hurting, the immigrant. What we can do might not seem to be important, but we become the silent presence of our Lord and loving God, above all for others in their time of need. The Bishop of San Antonio this week, in a pastoral letter, seeks to console those who are suffering from the question of immigration and to awaken the indifferent and confront the injustices with the courage of the gospel. May we respond in like fashion.